YouTube? I'm Tom Morrow, and this is my co-host, Al Dente, and we are
World of Pro Wrestling, where we give our opinion on the current state of the wrestling industry today. And today our topic is
2011
Royal Rumble.
The Royal Rumble was very unpredictable. Compared to the many other WWE pay-per-views, I did not expect the outcome of this Royal Rumble. Neither did Al, I think.
No, I didn't. But before we talk about the unpredictable outcome of the Royal Rumble match, let's talk about the 3 title matches that happened that night.
And that first match was Edge versus Dolph Ziggler.
Now, we don't really like Dolph Ziggler that much, or at least we didn't.
We don't see him as main event material yet.
At least we didn't before the Royal Rumble, because now, in that match, he actually put on a good show, and it wasn't just Edge carrying the match.
No, it was him too, yeah. It got great reviews. People started chanting for both.
The best wrestling match of the night.
Yeah, and the stipulation of that match was Edge couldn't use his spear, thanks to Vicky Guerrero, and I think that whole Edge-Vicky Guerrero feud / rivalry, whatever it is, they have to start separating those two. I'm kind of tired of that storyline with Edge and Vicky Guerrero.
They should just get rid of Vicky Guerrero in general. Put her in the bag and give her a management.
Yeah, they could put her in one of the with Teddy Long or something like that.
But don't make her the general
manager. Don't put her
manager.
in the storyline, really.
Yeah.
But with that, I saw Edge not doing the spear that night. I saw him doing the execution.
I thought he was going to do that
I thought he was going to do that too.
But instead he pulled out the Unprettier, which is
Christian's move.
Which could be alluding to a return between
tag
Christian and Edge. Tag team, maybe?
You never know, but the WWE does need tag teams.
They do.
But with Edge hit the spear as well.
Edge hit the spear when the ref was knocked out.
Kelly knocking out Vicky Guerrero, which...
And the ref was knocked out, so no one was able to see it.
Yeah, but you knew Edge was going to win anyway. That was kind of predictable. Ziggler put on a good match.
Yeah, he did, but Ziggler also sold the spear very well.
Yeah, he did. So that was that match, and the next match after that was Orton versus The Miz.
Wasn't that good? A little slow.
It was a little slow. You kind of knew that Miz was going to win somehow thanks to his...
Orton managed to pull off all of his signature moves. But you know, this is the Royal Rumble,
and you
don't think the titles are going to change hands, so you pretty much know who's going to win.
WrestleMania's coming, but Miz tried to leave early. Orton stopped that, and then Alex Riley tried to beat him up, but that didn't happen. And then Orton did his move, and then Orton gets attacked by CM Punk out of nowhere because he's distracted by the new Nexus.
Punk gives him the GTS. And
puts Miz on top of Orton.
Miz doesn't even know. Miz doesn't even look like, after he wins the match, doesn't even look like he knew what was going on. He knew what was going on. He was like looking around. He didn't even know what happened to him.
So that match was okay, and you could see a feud going on with Orton and the new Nexus. And then the match after that was the Divas match
for the Divas title. And this was supposed to be a 2-on-1 handicap between Lay Cool versus Natalya, who was the reigning Divas champion. Then Michael Cole came out because the general manager
did that IM thing.
Yeah, decided to change the match and make it a fatal 4-way. So that brought in Eve Torres, and the match was alright. But it was a controversial ending because Eve had Layla pinned while Michelle McCool had Natalya pinned at the same time.
And then the
ref only paid attention to Eve. But it's not really controversial, at least in our opinion, because
we saw the ref do that.
The ref saw that, so it should count.
So the match after that was the best part of the night, and that was the Rumble, and that was special because it had 40 members in it.
Yeah, and you get the hint that the reason why they increased it by 10 was in order to fit the core in the new Nexus.
Yeah. And the first two in were Daniel Bryan and CM Punk.
Actually, you could have said that you could have renamed the Royal Rumble Nexus versus everyone else.
Nexus versus the rest of us.
Because the Nexus combined threw out 12 guys.
Yeah.
CM Punk leading the whole, thing between Nexus and everyone else who came out.
Yeah. So, but CM Punk started it, and then it was him and Daniel Bryan, and that continued on until the Nexus started building up.
Yeah.
And
you had Husky Harris, and you had the guy who looks like Batista. Last name is Ryan, I believe.
I think he came in after Husky Harris. Husky Harris got eliminated, and then he came in after Husky Harris, and he filled the void of him, and there was 3 or 4 of them left. And he just kept eliminating R-Truth, everybody after that. But then, who comes out at number lucky 21?
Who gets one of the biggest pops of the night, and it's Booker T. Without the King Booker.
He's awesome. He looks like he did back in his WCW days.
And Matt Stryker was marking out, I'm sure, as the rest of us were. Sure, definitely the two of us when Booker T came out, because we kind of got to him because we heard that he was in the airport.
He was in the airport, and they had a picture of him, and so we kind of, maybe he's fighting, maybe he's not, we don't know. And then he came out at number 21, boom, the stadium erupted.
And he hit all his, his signature moves, the bookend, the spinneroonie, the scissor kick.
And then what happens? He gets eliminated by the copy Batista.
Yeah.
And that guy has, I don't know what they're doing with him, but he should not be the next Batista.
I don't know if there's a reason why.
He's acting like him, and I don't know.
Later on, we get John Cena.
And then they start eliminating the Nexus, and we're happy about that, because we didn't want the whole match to be Nexus versus eliminates everybody.
Cena was the one who broke up the pattern and started a cute little thing with Hornswoggle. Because he wouldn't throw Hornswoggle out of the ring, and Hornswoggle did his signature move.
Can't win.
He wasn't going to win anyway.
No,
we knew
but it was fun anyway.
It was funny. Then we go on to probably the biggest.
John Cena, John Morrison.
Before what we're going to talk about.
Before he almost got eliminated, but he jumps to the barricade, holds on somehow, walks along the barricade, hops on the stairs, and gets back in the ring. Now, I have never seen that, and that was really interesting to me. I thought he was going to fall off the barricade.
He's into a lot of those stunts. So
yeah, but that's good, though. I've never seen that. It's something new.
Yeah, it is something new. It's good.
That's good.
It's simple, but it was effective.
And then, what were you saying about the next biggest pop?
Well, the biggest pop of the night was the returning Kevin Nash, or
Diesel.
Big Daddy Cool Diesel. And he looks amazing. He looks great. But
just for men a little bit on his hair, but
it's amazing what hair. He's
got to get back into routine with the wrestling. But
you could tell his legs are a little out of it.
He looked great, and when he got eliminated, the Big Show came in, and then they stared down each other because I heard they had a big rival. I know they have a big rivalry.
They had a rivalry in WCW.
Yeah, so we could see that going further. But then it came down to the Final Four. And that Final Four was John Cena, Alberto Del Rio, Wade Barrett, and Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Now, John Cena got eliminated
by The
Miz, who wasn't even in the Rumble.
Who came in as a commentator.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the thing with Orton was he was already in a match that night, so was Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler came in at number 31.
It's just historic because he's the first one to come in.
But it shows me that they don't have enough guys to fill the Rumble.
Well, it was only 2 guys.
Yeah, so after Cena gets eliminated, it's Del Rio, Orton, and Wade Barrett. And somehow Orton eliminates Barrett right away, and then Del Rio pops right up, knocks out Orton, and Del Rio wins. And I'm sitting there like, what the heck's going on? Alberto Del Rio, I thought Orton was going to win that match.
We couldn't believe that was going to happen, but then lo and behold, Santino
Marella. Now that I knew. Santino Marella cannot win the Rumble. There's no way.
It was exciting, though.
And he does the whole thing, whatever.
The Cobra.
And then he runs around like an idiot.
It was entertaining.
What happens?
And the crowd was into it. But then as he's trying to throw Alberto over the rope,
bye-bye, Santino.
Alberto reverses it and throws Santino over the rope.
And then we're sitting there. Alberto Del Rio won the Rumble?
We're sitting there in a daze. We're amazed to see this. And the crowd wasn't really that into it either.
No.
I could see why they're...
But I mean, maybe it's a quick build-up of his character.
I could see why they're building him up, but it's too early. He came in 2010, and I don't even think he hasn't even been in there for a year. But apparently, looking at his MMA career, he's pretty good.
So we'll see what they do with his character. It was a shocking end. I would have never predicted Alberto Del Rio. I thought Orton was going to win it. So with that, that's our Rumble review. Thanks for watching. Alright, Al, I think that's all the time we have for today. If you liked our video, we've got 2 words for you. Please
subscribe.
Also, follow us at Twitter at AlWPW, Tom at Twitter.com.
And our question today is, what is your opinion on the 2011 Royal Rumble?
Please leave your answers and comments below. See ya.
Keep it in the ring, YouTube.